So many people are of the opinion that the Range Rover Sport is the best and most economical car when compared to the BMW X5. However, many more individuals have argued that the BMW X5 is the best option when compared to the Range Rover Sport. Don't get confused. I remain your guy, Dave. I'll be bringing to you a detailed comparison of both cars as regards the cost of maintenance, fuel consumption, luxury and flexibility, reliability and durability, resale value. Also, at the end of this video, I will give you more details about the prices of both cars. I will go further by telling you some of the problems that often come with these cars. Without wasting so much time, let's proceed by looking at the engine configuration of both cars. First, the BMW X5 comes with 3.0 liters inline-six engine and with a power output of 300 horsepower with 8-speed shiftable automatic transmission system. It also has 24 valves and comes with a drivetrain of all-wheel drive and double overhead cam. While the Range Rover Sport comes with a supercharged 3.0 V6 engine and with a power output of 340 horsepower, also with 24 valves and double overhead cam. It comes with 5-speed shiftable automatic transmission system. It also comes with a drivetrain of all-wheel drive. The Range Rover Sport has a top speed of 222 kilometers per hour or 138 miles per hour, and with acceleration of 7.3 seconds, meaning it can move from a standstill to 100 kilometers per hour within 7.3 seconds. While the BMW X5 has a higher top speed of 251 kilometers per hour or 156 miles per hour, and with a better acceleration of 6.5 seconds, meaning it can move from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour within 6.5 seconds. Now let me give you a detailed explanation of what all this data mean. There are two sides to both cars because both of them have their areas of strength and their areas of weakness. The BMW was designed for your well-paved surfaces. So when it comes to your tarred road, your express road, the BMW will beat the Range Rover. When it comes to performance, the Range Rover was designed for capabilities to go off-road. So when it comes to off-road, like your rough road, bad terrains and all of that, the Range Rover will give you the best because it comes with capability of being driven off-road. Also, the Range Rover has so much weight, which gives it more advantage when it comes to towing of other cars. So if you are looking for an SUV car that has the capability of being driven off-road conveniently, that gives you a smooth and very good ride and high performance when driven off-road and with ability to be able to tow other cars, the Range Rover will deliver that for you. However, if you are looking for an SUV car that will give you a very smooth, cool and great ride when you are driving on good roads, the BMW will deliver that for you. So you just have to know the difference both of them. When it comes to off-road, the Range Rover is leading. When it comes to the surface road, the BMW is leading. I just don't want to be biased, but you definitely know where you stay and what you need your car for. If most often you're going to be using your car in a bad terrain, then the Range Rover should be the best for you because it has the power, it has the capability, it was designed for that purpose. But anyway, it depends on you. You know what you want. Now let's proceed by looking at the fuel consumption of both cars. First, the Range Rover Sport has an EPA rating of 19 mpg or 12.4 liters for every 100 kilometers and with a fuel tank capacity of 27.7 gallons or 105 liters. While the BMW X5 has a lower fuel consumption of 11.8 liters for every 100 kilometers or 20 mpg and with a fuel tank capacity of 22.4 gallons or 85 liters. So from this data, it is obvious that the BMW consumes lesser fuel. However, the difference between what the BMW consumes and the Range Rover Sport is really not much. And besides, if you have money to buy a luxury car of this class, then fuel consumption should definitely not be a challenge for you. Anyway, for the purpose of comparison, it must be made clear that the BMW has a lesser fuel consumption when compared to the Range Rover Sport. When it comes to the cost of maintenance for both cars, do not play with this England engineering because it will drain so much of your money. The England engineering, which is the Range Rover Sport, doesn't joke with your money because of its luxury features and capabilities, and so the cost of maintenance for the Range Rover Sport is way higher as compared to the cost of maintenance for the German machine, which is the BMW. So when it comes to the cost of maintenance, the BMW X5 is better as compared to the Range Rover Sport. But anyway, why would one be worrying about this? Most of the individuals who buy these cars do not even take a second thought at the cost of maintenance because the money is always there for the maintenance, and so it is almost negligible. But then It has to be made clear. If you are going for the Range Rover Sport, then be ready to spend so much of your money for maintenance. It is no joke. It is definitely no joke. Now let's look at the luxury of both cars. We know that both cars are luxury cars, but then when it comes to luxury, comfort and prestige, the Range Rover Sport takes it all. This is because the Range Rover comes with luxury feature. In fact, the interior cabin is premium and it is second to none. It has a very nice, sleek, curvy and beautiful design. The Range Rover Sport has a reputation and class in the society. In fact, anybody who sees you driving the Range Rover Sport will put you on a higher level completely in the society. That's because of the reputation, prestige and class that comes with the Range Rover Sport. It comes with luxury features such as very advanced tech, posh interior, excellent off-road driving and handling capability that will give you a very good ride for your money. While the BMW just comes with standard luxury features for your money. But when you are looking for advanced luxury features, then the Range Rover Sport will give you that. So it all depends on what you want. If your money can afford the luxury of the Range Rover Sport, then you may consider it. Where the BMW has advantage is in the aspect of space and cargo volume. The BMW has more space and cargo volume when compared to the Range Rover Sport. Both of them are family cars. However, if you're a single guy and you need a posh car that comes with class and prestige and places you on a completely different level in the society, then the Range Rover Sport should be the best option for you. Now, let's look at the reliability of both cars. When it comes to reliability, the German machines do not disappoint. I repeat, the German machines will never disappoint you. And so the BMW X5 is better than the Range Rover Sport when it comes to reliability of the engine and a smooth drive. In fact, the Range Rover Sport can disappoint you anytime, any day and anywhere. It has so many problems associated with electrical faults. There are certain places you can drive your BMW. You can't try that with the Range Rover Sport. That's because of the electrical issues. You can easily drive your BMW even inside some level of surface water, but you can't do that with the Range Rover because of the electrical issues that come with the Range Rover Sport. And also when it comes to smooth driving, the BMW X5 will give you a very smooth driving on the surface road. It is only when you get off-road that the Range Rover has a better advantage. But then it all depends on you and you know where you want to use your car. If you feel you're going to be using it on well-paved surface road all throughout, then the BMW should be a good option for you. So in terms of reliability, the BMW is the best option for you. Even though the Range Rover has good prestige, but then it can disappoint you anytime, any day, anywhere without giving you any notice. Particularly if it has been in use for a long time, you might not observe some of these faults when the car is still new, but as time progresses on, some of these faults will begin to show up. But then before it gets to that time, after all, you've got the money, so you can afford to quickly change it and buy something new for yourself. Now let's look at the flexibility of both cars. The Range Rover Sport is more flexible as compared to the BMW X5. That's because it is smaller in size and it requires a small turning cycle as compared to the BMW X5, which is bulky in size, longer in size and wider in size. And so it requires more turning cycle. And also because the Range Rover Sport is narrower in size, you can be able to drive it even through narrow paths without issues. So in terms of flexibility, the Range Rover Sport is better than the BMW X5. Now let's look at the resale value of both cars. Now the resale value of any car should be a major factor that will influence the choice of such car. That's because I'm sure most of us would love to resell our cars after being used for some period of time. And so you have to go for something that has a higher resale value. And so when it comes to resale value, the BMW X5 has a higher resale value as compared to the Range Rover Sport. That's because there's always a higher demand for the BMW X5. This is because of the lower cost of maintenance that comes with BMW X5 as compared to the Range Rover Sport that has a higher cost of maintenance. And so the demand for the Sport is very low. Therefore, the resale value of it too is low. Trust me, if you put both of them side by side to sell, the BMW X5 will be sold faster and at a higher resale value in contrast to the Range Rover Sport. Here are some of the few problems that come with these cars. The common challenges with these cars is the cost of maintenance. Trust me, you will spend so much of your money in maintaining any of these cars. Then there are more prominent problems associated with the Range Rover Sport, such as oil leakage, electrical issues, parking brake failure, and airbag malfunction. These problems are very common with the Range Rover Sport. However, most of these problems begin to show up when the Range Rover Sport has been used for a long period of time. If you're a big boy who can afford this, then why would you wait until when these problems begin to show up? At least before they begin to show up, you'd have sold the car and gotten a better one for yourself. So there's no cause for alarm. You can get the BMW X5 within the range of $24,000 to $30,000 or 24 million naira to 30 million naira in Nigeria. While you can also get the used of the Range Rover Sport within the range of $25,000 to $30,000 or 25 million naira to 30 million naira in Nigeria. Please guys, let me know your opinions about these cars. I know my audience very well. Most of you are big boys. Some of you might have used any of these cars in the past. How was it like? Share with us your experience in the comment section. Like this video and subscribe to this channel for more auto reviews.